this is a good family friend of mine, Chubbs, and he's a business owner.
Yeah, chubbyflyers.com.
Chubbyflyers.com. But what else do you do?
I do everything, man. Everything possible. I try to learn everything so that you don't have to pay other people to do it.
What do you see that the mistakes are? Because I see that a lot of my friends, they do trading and they're doing the online trading, but it doesn't seem like they're too successful, or maybe they're making wrong mistakes. What are they?
No, you gotta learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You definitely gonna learn from your mistakes, but my say mistakes like generation wise, I say is that, you know, spending money on the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, stay right there. Stop spending money on this. Alright? So that's
so the Louis, the Jordans, the Nikes.
Stop that shit.
We done.
Stop that shit.
Okay.
I mean, why not a black company for the Nike and the Jordans and the Louis and the
What do you
Gucci
mean a
and all
black?
that
What do
shit?
you mean a black company?
A black-owned company.
Okay.
Why don't you idolize these brands the same as a black-owned company? Same thing. That's it. The more money you put into your own community, the more people that look like you, the more people that can help you. See?
Mm-hmm.
If you put in your money into something that people that don't look like you and might not necessarily give a shit about you,
Mm-hmm.
then what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. And we can use that money to invest.
Use that money to invest.
Or
Like
put
we
into
were-
more stocks.
For example, like we were talking about Dapper Dan, right?
Dapper Dan from New York,
All
Harlem.
right. Dapper Dan. How many dudes used to go to Dapper Dan and spend 10, 15, 20, 30, $40,000 on outfits?
True.
Okay?
True saying.
Imagine these same dudes were putting money in the stocks at that time. I showed Taj a stock from when it was, I think it was like about 1990. I can't remember the name of the stock, but right now it's $300,000 right now. At that time in the 90s, it was $300. $300 right now on one stock.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, so how do you turn your money from maybe I'll invest maybe $5, maybe $10, maybe $5, maybe $10. How do I start to flip and invest those into the stock trade?
You just gotta get on any app. Like for instance, I use Webull. You get on any stock and just put.
Wait, what was the app again?
It's Webull.
Okay.
It's the stock. It's the app that I'm on.
Okay.
But they just started doing like micro purchases. Micro purchases is when you could do a piece of the stock and not the whole stock.
Okay.
So at the beginning, Webull, you have to put the whole stock and not just a micro of it, like how Cash App or like Robinhood would do. Okay. So now they just started doing it. But the point is, where your question was from, is that you gotta discipline yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're spending $5, $10 on Chinese, you know you don't need no Chinese. You got some bread and butter in the kitchen. You can just eat that real quick and keep it moving. Put that $10 in the damn stock, dog. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stop that shit, dog. Like, you know, you gotta think about your future. You gotta be financially secure in the future. That should be in your mind every fucking day.
Didn't we talk about the other day, like right now the only thing we need to be thinking about is how our financial future is going to look.
Yeah.
Should be the only thing on our mind.
That's the only thing should be in your head right now. Not girls, not Gucci, not Louis, not fly cars, none of that bullshit. Because all that shit disappeared, dog. I know people that used to look like fucking millionaires when I was growing up, and they fucking dirt poor, crackhead on the street because they weren't thinking about their future. They were thinking about it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Say you have $1 million right now.
Yeah.
You, right now, have $1 million with all this knowledge that you have about financial freedom, financial literacy.
I'm set.
What would you do with $1 million?
It's straight real estate, man. There's no more being made, dog. There ain't no more earth being made. You better buy up what you can. Buy as much earth as you can. That shit ain't going down and go up. Remember that. All right? That's the main thing.
Okay.
You're not gonna lose on real estate.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
All right?
How do you pay for your your bills with stocks? How do you is that?
Nah, it was just, you know, the market was crazy at the time.
Okay.
So, you know, a stock that'll be $2 today be $25 tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, I can jump in today for $100 and then I'm flipping like, 2,000%. You know, it's crazy.
True.
But I was at that time. That was 2020. Everybody knows what's going on.
Okay.
People were pulling their money out, putting it in. Like for instance, I was putting it in gold. People were trying to put their money in gold because they didn't know what's going on with the financial system. So the same thing like how Bitcoins blew up. That's part of the reason why Bitcoin jumped so hard in 2020 is because people were scared of how the financial system was going to be after COVID. You know what I'm saying? So as you see, Bitcoin is dropping like crazy. You know why? Because Fed want to play with it.
Do you trust in the cryptocurrency or no?
I mean, I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is how As I told you before.
I know the money, the cash money is depreciated. Isn't that true?
Like I told you, the Matrix, right?
Yeah, the Matrix.
Okay, you can believe, you cannot believe. Just believe what time to believe. That's how I feel say it.
Okay.
All right.
Is it true that the money is depreciating?
The money doesn't exist. I mean, that's a whole different subject. We can't even go into that. That's like a whole different program. This money doesn't even exist that we use.
Wow.
It's funny. It's funny money.
Funny
Yeah,
money.
It's funny money.
So if you would
system-
say cryptocurrency should be the best bet right now?
This system is to make sure you have enough money so you don't come and rob me in my house. Okay? Do you understand? That's how the system works, dog. Give enough to you motherfucking 99 percenters so you don't come in my house and steal my fucking Picasso on my wall, all right? That's what this system is. All right?
Okay.
There is no fucking money.
Wow.
All right?
That's the U.S. America. That's USA.
U.S. America money is fucking fake. There's no money, dog. That's real shit.
No doubt.
There's no money.
Wow.
There's absolutely no money. We are functioning on like the barter system. You know the barter system.
No, I don't.
Like,
What's
you know
the
the
barter
barter system. Like if you change my tire, I cut your hair. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's no money involved. We just say that's a fair value. We agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this whole system, I consider, you know what I'm saying, my point of view, it's like, it's the barter system. It's the visible money we use to make it act like, you know, this is the value of this, this is the value of that. But that physical money has no value.
Yeah.
It's just something. It's just a piece of paper to keep track of who got what and who's doing what.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Same thing with banks. Same thing with credit cards. All that shit.
Wow.
That's just a keep track of who's doing what and who's passing what.
Speaking of credit cards and
Yeah.
credit, I know that you are big on credit. You're huge on credit.
Yeah.
You're the one that told me first and foremost,
Yeah.
I need to build my credit. Without credit, you can't do nothing.
Yeah, build that credit, bro. Like homeboy, you see me posting all the time on Instagram. His name is Naj. I can't pronounce his last name, but it's Naj on Instagram. N-A-J. But like he says a lot of stuff that I've been thinking for the last 20 years. Like, and he's younger than me. He's probably about in his like mid-20s.
Okay.
All right. So, but every time he talks, I'm like, damn, I've said that 10 years ago. You can put your amount of income like as high as you want. Okay. So you say you make $24,000 a year, put $50,000, man. But all they're gonna look at, what the most important part is that you pay your shit within 30 days, rotation. You have no late payments and you got a credit history. So you gotta do that. Like let's say you got nothing at all. For the people that got no credit, absolutely no credit card, you gotta do a secured card. Trust me on this. Take $500 that you got anyway, that you was gonna buy something anyway, put that $500 to the credit card company. They're gonna give you a $500 card from your $500, your money, and you gotta pay that card back like it's their money, and they holding your $500. Within 12 months, they're gonna give you that $500 back. Okay, but think about this: in that 12 months, if you pay all that credit on time every 30 days, now you can apply for any card because that's gonna boost your credit level up. Okay, your credit rating up. It's gonna show that you can make payments every month. For the people that have no credit at all, that's the way you start it up, okay? But for the people that already have some kind of credit, that's what I'll tell you. Like, if you need a loan for 20, get a card. If they give you only 5, work it. It might take you a year. It might take you 2 years, but work it. But you're gonna eventually get to the point where you at $20,000 on one card. I got cards up to $30,000, and they started at $5,000.
Go back
because that's the main purpose why we're doing this.
Okay, so let's go back into the
So now going with stocks, right? So you gotta pay attention to a stock. All right, I'm doing my little stuff that I do. I'm not a professional. I don't know shit like that. I didn't go to no fucking classes or anything like that. I just paid attention to the stocks for a whole year and just dived into that shit and watch all the business stations as possible. And for the people that don't like Fox, you gotta watch Fox too because that's how they are thinking. Okay, so you gotta see how they are thinking, even though you don't like Fox News. But they got Fox Business. Watch that shit. Watch CNBC. Watch Bloomberg. Watch World News, watch all that shit every day. That's all I watch. I might watch one movie for like an hour or something, like, you know what I'm saying, for a break. But any time of the other day, if I'm working on design or if I'm like doing something
so
else,
you're saying stay in tune with the stock
every single day.
Okay.
If you come to my house any time of the day, I got news on.
Yeah.
Any time of the day. It don't matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can be watching a movie and still have a little fucking laptop right here with news on.
Wow. Just staying in tune.
Just staying in tune. Put the volume real low. I'm just looking at the lines and the information, and I'll shut the movie off and then put the volume up on the laptop.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
Just
sir.
see, because it'll be like, oh, breaking news. Apple's about to do something. I said, what? Oh, shit. Let me get on my phone. You see what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
like, you gotta be in tune all the time. Sometimes I drive. I'm not good at it as much as I was when I first started, but I'll drive and just listen to the business news. That's it. I don't got no fucking music popping, no fucking 2 Chainz, nothing. It's
Nicki Minaj
no,
and Drake.
Nicki Minaj. Stupid. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, and people look at me like I'm fucking weird. I'm blasting fucking business news, and then I got the windows down, like, yeah, that's stock, baby. I got a badass girl pull next to me. She look at me like, what? This dude listen to news?
But
Like,
what
how
she's
old are you?
missing out on is the knowledge.
The knowledge.
Missing out on the
You see,
knowledge.
that's the knowledge, because there's people that are really into this financially. I'm talking about, like, they buy property, they into stocks, they into like everything you could think of, like about flipping money.
Yeah.
That's what they do, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I remember growing up, my mother used to take care of excuse me. I remember growing up, my mother used to take care of these Caucasian kids, and we would go over to the house because she didn't have a babysitter for me, but she's babysitting somebody else's kid.
Trust.
So she would take me with her, right? And I remember going to their house, some rich people, like in New York.
Yeah.
I remember going to the house, every single TV in the house was on business news.
Wow.
Every single one. Some had the volume on, some were on mute. You go in the kitchen, there was a TV in the kitchen. I'm talking about way back. I'm talking about over 20 years ago, okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about TVs in the kitchen was a big deal, right?
Wow.
So they had
Wow.
TV in the kitchen with the business news on.
Wow.
All day, every TV. The only TV that had anything else was the kid room.
Is it safe to do stocks right now?
It's not that it's not safe. It's not as lucrative as it was in 2020. Like 2020 made some millionaires, dog.
Yeah.
Y'all should look that up. Like, there's a lot of people who became millionaires in 2020, that I put $1 and it's giving me back 100.
Yeah. I've seen something where
Do
you
the
got like
math.
$30 and you turn out to be like 600 or something.
Yeah, it's like 600.
You showed me a few
$30
things.
and I got $600
You
in
showed me a
profit
few. Yeah.
from $30.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I saw some big digits.
I got a couple of them. So a lot of them were
Some
like
big
cruise.
digits.
There's cruise lines, like when people were scared of cruise lines.
Yeah.
Casinos, when the casinos were shutting down, 'cause nobody was going to casinos, but we couldn't get together.
Okay.
So their stocks went all the way down.
Damn.
But I know a gambler, crackhead, alcoholic. You're never gonna stop a gambler, dog. You know what I'm saying? A gambler's gonna be a gambler, just like an addiction or anything else.
Yes, sir.
It don't matter that they got it closed; it's gonna open back one day. So when that stock went from $100 to $10, damn right I went in that sucker.
Damn right.
$10, and then now it's over 100. It's like about $1.40. It went higher than what its normal range was. Because why? Because everybody was stuck in the house. I gotta get out. Go to the casino on the weekend right now. Look how that shit look like. That shit's slamming. People throwing money because they making up for a year. Yo, I see people that never go to casino spend that much money. They doing that now because they trying to make up for a year. That's what I say. But that's fear.
Yeah.
And then my great quote is,
Yeah.
buy the fear.
Buy the fear.
Buy the fear.
Buy the fear.
Don't ever follow what everybody else is talking about, dog. If the majority is saying, "Oh my God, let me sell my stuff," that means buy. Okay. When you hear people say, "Oh man, go buy that," when you see the majority of people saying, "Go buy that," that means stay the fuck away.
They say don't go buy that. That's
Don't
what they
go buy
say.
that.
Don't
Yeah.
go buy that.
When you hear all your friends that don't even know shit about stocks saying, "Oh man, you should buy this," don't buy it. Real shit.
Hey man, I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. This is my boy Chubbs, man. Give me y'all free game, man. It's all love, man.